In the 2011 NBA Draft, the Warriors used the 11th overall pick to grab Klay Thompson, a smooth-shooting two-guard with elite range, strong defense, and a winning mindset. Pairing him with Steph Curry? On paper, it was a backcourt dream. But here's the thing, the Warriors already had Monta Ellis, another high-volume scorer. Now you've got three guys who all need the ball. You didn't need a crystal ball to see it. Someone was going to have to give something up. Still, Steph and his new running mate were fired up to go to war. Head coach Mark Jackson had just come in and wasted no time making bold promises. "We will make the playoffs," he declared. But as we all know, talk is cheap. By the end of January, the Warriors were struggling, barely winning 30% of their games, and still miles away from a playoff spot. Then came another punch to the gut. In a March game against the Clippers, Steph came down on Blake Griffin's foot. Boom, season over. That year, Steph only managed to play 26 games, averaging 14.7 points and 5.3 assists, both career lows. With one of their cornerstones out, the Warriors' season was toast. That's when the front office decided enough was enough. At the trade deadline, they shocked the entire league by sending Monta Ellis to the Bucks. Everyone was left scratching their heads. Wait, what? They just traded their best scorer to build around that injury-prone point guard with glass ankles? Steph himself didn't know where his career was going. Years of losing were wearing him down, and he even started questioning whether he'd made the right choice chasing an NBA dream. But Bob Myers, just like Bob McKillop years before, saw something in Steph no one else did. He believed in the kid with a baby face and a killer instinct. The Warriors showed that belief in a big way, offering Steph a 4-year, $44 million extension. At the time, people laughed at the deal. Later, fans would call it the steal of the century. That same offseason, the Warriors used the 7th overall pick to draft Harrison Barnes, once the top high school player in the country. Then in the second round, they took a shot on a 6'5" undersized forward who couldn't really shoot, didn't have a defined position, and wasn't even on most people's radar. Draymond Green. What nobody knew then was that this rugged, unassuming kid would become the defensive backbone of a future dynasty, teaming up with Curry and Thompson to form a big three that would shake the league. But for Steph, the biggest priority wasn't team chemistry. It was his right ankle. The surgeon who worked on him admitted, "This might be the toughest ankle case I've ever dealt with in my career." For the first time, Steph truly felt scared. Scared he might never play the game he loved again. Thankfully, the surgery was a success. But the whole ordeal taught him something important. If your body can't hold up, your talent doesn't matter. That's when he started working with Keke Lyles, a trainer who specialized in sports injury recovery. Lyles helped him completely rewire how he moved on the court. Instead of putting pressure on his ankles, Steph learned to generate power from his hips. Less sharp cuts, fewer risky shifts. He began to transition from a speed-based guard into a rhythm-based attacker who beat you with timing, not just quickness. To master that shift, Lyles teamed up with Brandon Payne. Together, they built a training regimen so intense, it bordered on brutal. But it worked. And that grueling transformation? It laid the foundation for one of the greatest runs in NBA history.